All right. Uh, the reason I do videos is when I find out something that I didn't know, and then I find a fix for it, and then I do a video. Now, I think I had forgot to do this video years ago. Uh, I was using Logitech mice. That's what's in the frame here. It was a Logitech mouse. I was buying them three at a time, and I'd be working with it, and it would go bad. I tried other brands too. And after about like 6 months, the left button, the one you click here, it would get mushy and then die. Then I get another one out of the box. I buy them three at a time, and same thing, same thing. So I had like, you know what? As I'm going through my boxes of stuff, I found an old mouse, and I'm like, I had that mouse for like 6 years, and they don't have rollerballs. They're optical mice, and I had my original optical mouse that my friend Frank gave me from the computer store, and I cleaned it all up, and it worked great for like 6 years. Now I'm like, I'm burning through these things every 6 months. So I know if I have a problem, someone else has have the problem, or sometimes I have the problem, find a fix, and then I post it for other people to read it. Now the other day I told you someone came in and thanked me for the Blade 70S video. The one that everybody jumped on me. Well, not everybody. The assholes jumped on me. Oh, everybody knows that. Well, even now, yes, the other day, someone said, thank God they hit my video as the second one. So there's a bunch of videos where the person flies the helicopter, but they don't tell you how to set the trims. Anyway, back to the Logitech units. They're pissing. They're going bad. So I go looking, and I don't see any mention about the Logitech, but I put in micro switch failure. And I come into the gaming guys, and the gaming guys say, "Yeah, this mouse lasts this long. This thing lasts this long." And then one guy goes, "Look," and a couple other guys, "Look, go on eBay, and there's a guy that sells micro switches that drop right into these mice." And I'm all ears now. And I go look at the vendor, and there he is. And he actually says how many clicks the micro switch can take before it goes bad. I don't know how many thousand, 100,000, 300,000, whatever it is. So I order them. Then I bump into another guy that says, no, these micro switches last even longer. So I ordered some of those. So now I'm on I think my third year on the mouse that I put the really good switches in. And I just want to tell you that if you're going, see, I'm on the computer a large part of the day, just death clicking. I'm scrolling around looking for anything to read, something new that I didn't know. So I do a lot of clicking. And those other mice well, it's the same mouse, but with the other switches, after about 6 months, 9 months, it would start getting mushy. I would move the switch from the right-hand side to the left-hand side and get a little bit more out of it, and then it would go bad. Now it's like that's problem solved. I have a drawer full of brand new micro switches that are made for the guys that do gaming. They're gaming controllers and stuff like that. But I just wanted to tell you that you go crazy. It's like you're in the middle of something. Now you know your mouse is failing. And at one point, I shot over to Staples and got a Logitech, and I got 6 months out of it. And I saved them. I had a whole bin full of these. Well, then when I bought a whole bin full of them, and then I bought a bunch of. I got them all re-switched, and then on the bottom it says new switch. All right, and they're in a box. I had a hard time finding these because they're in a box with line cords, and they've dropped to the bottom now. Along the bin on the bottom are a bunch of these because I was buying them three at a time. The guy on eBay had three of them, and mouse? It's called an M something, M100, and my old mouse, it's blue, it's got gray on it, It's an M100. So over the years, they kept the same model number, but it's a lot cheaper. And this one's lighter. The original one's got a big piece of lead or metal inside of it. And I don't know if that's the one I'm using. Yeah, that's the one I'm using. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah, I can't bring it over to show you. I don't think it'll reach. Nah, won't reach. But yeah, I have an original. Is it M1? I can't even. There's no. Holy crap! It's really worn, but it still works perfectly. But I just want to tell you, if you keep having trouble with the switches on your mouse, uh, poke around and you'll find a vendor on eBay that sells switches that just drop right into the mouse. Of course, you have to solder, and it drops right in there, and it doesn't go bad, and it's got a really good click to it too. But that's what I just want to tell you, because I tell you, I'm a repairman, and I'm trying to get away from it, but it's part of me, and I'm trying. I tell people I'm trying to find a new hobby to replace the radios and the electronics. I want something that's not as frustrating. And the one guy told me about darts. He goes to the pub and he plays darts, and he also plays bass guitar. That's he's been doing. He says, but the new thing he started doing was darts. And then he said to me, "I'm taking a course," and he passed and everything, and he's getting certified to teach other people how to drive a motorcycle. And he had a heart problem, and he had his heart rebuilt. He's almost as old as me, and he's a mailman, and he has to work the rest of his life. He doesn't have any money, but basically, he says he knows his time is limited, so he's actually trying new things. And he said when he was younger, he was a heavy smoker. You sit there watching television, smoking and drinking, and then when he had the heart problem, he like snapped out of that and he wanted more out of life. He's still got some quirks. We all have them. We all have quirks. We all have these idiosyncrasies. But I don't know if I did a video on the mouse. I can't remember now. But I wanted to show you. And a lot of times, I notice Shango does a repeat because not many people go through all your videos. They bump into the latest one, and how I word this video and how the search engine works. And like I said, I've been doing videos. I have over 1,000, and that's the second set of 1,000. I had to deal with trolls. See, when I was getting close to 1,000 followers, that bothers some people, and they start trolling you, and they're coming in, they're flagging down every video, they're making these nasty comments. You see, they're jealous because you could be monetized, and I wasn't going for that. I was just trying to be helpful to people. But the selfish and jealous people, they're on a different planet, and they roam Earth, making other people miserable. They're like Karens of a different kind, and I didn't know that, and I couldn't figure out how to control the comments, and I got aggravated, and I just took everything down. And then, of course, I started getting emails from people that tracked me down. Why did you take the videos down? I had made copies of them. Like, go away. Yeah, I had a whole set of how to repair an R71A. People buy those on eBay for like $250, and then they play make-believe with them. And they put them on eBay. I was getting them, and I was repairing them. And I had done them before, repairs. And I tried to set myself up repairing them. Well, of course, the shills for the guy that's repairing R71As is trolling me wherever I post a message. I can handle that for like $30 or whatever. Then the guy that was doing the repairs, he bails. There's no money in it. People won't. They're cheap. People that buy stuff that's broken, they have a make-believe amount in their head and then he disappears and they start bothering me. And that was one of the reasons I took all those videos down. I tried what you said, but it would. Yeah, you're not a repairman. An R71A is a real bastard to work on. And there's so many things right in one little area that could be bad. And I can help you fix it sometimes. And then, when the person needed a part, At the beginning of the day, they got me digging up the part, testing it, putting it in a box, and then by the end of the day, I don't need it. I found it was right next to where you told me to look, or it was bad. That's when I'm telling you now. I'm learning. Do my video, help you, but don't get involved. Don't get too involved because there's no, there's nothing in it for me. And I was telling my one neighbor, he mows everybody's lawns for free, and sometimes they give him something. And he couldn't afford to get his garbage taken away, so I wheel my garbage can over there, and he puts his stuff in mine. But I said to him, I said, you're not going to get ahead. And he goes, it's a funny thing, the person doesn't mow the lawn. If they do get someone that's $30, he's like helping them. And in their mind, well, I found a sucker to cut my lawn for me. That's how they really think. And I felt bad for him. That's why I helped him with the garbage. But anyway, I see him helping other people, so I help him. If the neighbor next door helped me when I had the operation on the prostate, I help him. I want something. I want something for it. And I always quote the Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner. He's standing there, the character standing, and he has no crop. He has a baseball field where the crop should be. He's got lights, and he's going bankrupt. And then he finally says to the guy, "What's in it for me?" And the guy goes, "What do you mean, Ray?" It's a great scene. And then he gets to play baseball with his dead father. I didn't get that. I didn't get any of that. I've got a lifetime of I'm mad now. I have a hard time shaking it that I was used by people. And yes, at the time, you feel good helping someone, but then when you realize they were just using you, you go to a different level. But just wanted to tell you about the mice. If you're having problems, I know someone's gonna have the same problem. And I'll tell you the solution is you go up on eBay, and there's a guy that sells the switches, and they're real high performance switches. And you put that in the mouse, and the problem goes away. I think that's it. All right, that's it.